All right, so I've been thinking about like the flow training and pretty much how I'm gonna go about it because like I don't want to overtrain myself, so I don't want to do like every day that I'm supposed to be resting, just do like have a whole circuit of like different workouts. So I think I'm gonna put most of it in my accessories so that I can get like my muscles and my joints warmed up at the same time. Because like I have some TRX straps that I never use. So for the warm up today, and I did this a little bit yesterday too. I just threw them on the pull up bar, and then I did like a bunch of like mobility stretches and stuff like that. And I think that really helps because usually I'll just put my hand on the bar and then I'll stretch like side to side and back and forth. So the straps add a lot of variability with that because I can kind of move my joints in a 360 motion and then they aren't just stuck to one point, so I can get a really good stretch in every direction. But so I tried the RDL thing with the deadlifts today. I'm not sure yet if they helped at all because I couldn't really feel a difference. So I'm gonna keep doing that, and then I'm also going to work a little bit on uh, tightening my lats because I think I wasn't doing it very well in the warm up. But yeah, let's get straight into it. See now, I know we be proud. Somewhere when he get down, there's something in me he found. You can believe in me, now no one can beat me now. Just in the sense Alright, so while good probably isn't the word that I'd use to describe it, I still think I got done what I wanted to for today. And if you're wondering about the clothing change, I had recorded the video yesterday, but I wasn't feeling very well, so I didn't work out. And I just didn't really feel like saying it all over again. But I did figure out that the problem with my lat tightness was my hand placement. So I just widened out my hands to pretty much the same grip that I have with the bench press, and I definitely felt a lot more tightness when I was lifting. But I didn't really get a chance to use it because I was still kind of being a bitch about not being able to lift yesterday. And it was only really in the second half that I did, so I was already pretty fatigued and I wasn't really able to get my form down. And I didn't really feel a difference with the range of motion, which is why I would always deadlift with such a narrow grip, because I heard like you gotta like lengthen your arms. So I would always put it right outside of my feet, so I didn't feel a difference there. But with hook grip, it was a lot more painful putting my hands out wider, and that's why I had to switch to mixed grip in the first set. It did get progressively easier to bear with as I went on, though. In the second set, my fingers started to slip, so in the third set, I put some chalk on, And for like grip and forearm strength, I really like this single armed row variation. I don't remember what it's called. I saw it in a YouTube short and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to try it out because I was having problems with like range of motion because the plate was bumping into my chest, which is why I had to use smaller ones. I did this and it hit pretty much the exact same muscles. It did have like a slight, it was slightly more activation on like my rear delt and my traps, but my lower lats are focused with the rows. And the trap pump I got from these was absolutely insane. Like I could feel them like poking up through my shirt. So I went into the I went in front of my mirror and it was like bricks on my shoulders. And like that's not even an exaggeration. Like there were edges on my traps that I had never seen before. And I can usually see veins after a back day. Not anything crazy, just like little bluish green lines across my biceps or my forearms. But today, like I could see like, well, first of all, the forearm pump was crazy as well, and it was like roots in my arms. Like I could see like every different pathway. So I'm definitely going to keep this. And I have also started another cut. So this time I am expecting not to fail. I didn't expect to fail last time. I'm just hopefully better prepared this time. So pretty much the calorie deficit isn't as much. It's about uh 300 calories, I think, 2 300. And so instead of dropping like fat and carbs and focusing on having more protein, I dropped protein and focused on having more fat and carbs. And so far, it has been pretty well. Um, Usually, after I eat everything, I don't really feel hungry anymore. Um, I do feel like a lot of hunger throughout the day, but that's mostly because either I haven't, either I'm about to eat, or I just got done working out and I'm just really hungry. And the goal is 220, but I'm just gonna take it slower this time. And I originally was not going to cut until a little bit later, but like I was kind of justifying eating whatever I wanted because I was like, oh, I'm just maintaining and I'm not worrying about my weight, so I can eat this entire pizza and it'll be fine. And I actually do kind of want to see what I'm gonna look like 20 pounds lighter because I haven't been 220 in probably a little over a year, and I am still not very thrilled about having to wait um, potentially a long time in order to get there. I don't really know how long these things usually take, but it's probably going to get a little bit easier as I get further into it. And I'm also hoping to, feel better being at a lower body weight since I've always been heavier than I should be, because if usually you hear 5'7", 240 pounds, a picture of me probably isn't what you're going to be thinking of. And while a good amount of muscle does account for that, it's still heavier than what's necessary. So my cardiovascular health and overall enjoyment of life is probably going to go up at least a little bit. This isn't me complaining about being overweight though. I'm perfectly fine with where I'm at currently. And if I wasn't trying to, fit into a weight class, I would probably just stay like this. It would also be pretty cool if I could do more pull-ups. So I might try to keep that in mind while I'm cutting. Pretty much all body weight movements though. Pretty much just like basic calisthenic stuff like dips, push-ups. Hopefully I will be able to do a muscle up, sometime in the future before I get old. But that's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to squats, kind of see how that jump cue pans out after I fix all the other stuff like my bracing. But yeah, I'll see you next time.